Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the Jasmi price at one more time. Obviously, I don't usually make videos right at this time, but because of the kind of price action that we are seeing here on Jasmi, it really has me excited. And I'm like, I want to put out this video, this message as soon as possible right there. So yeah, I'm really glad of what the Jasmi price that is doing. And you can see here the setup that we had the setup back then in something like 2022 actually. But take a look at this video which I made. I think yeah, this is what 16 March 2023, and we're really talking about this kind of same price action that we are now seeing on Jasmi. So I'm just gonna play a little bit of that so that you get a grip of what exactly we were looking for back then and compared to exactly what we are getting right. So congratulations to everybody who was here obviously that time. I mean, if you're not here, that's not too good, but I also hope that you made a lot of money here on Jasmi because we are up like 12x, and that's not too bad, right? So let's quickly take a look at this.
Here for this falling wedge that we have, which is for the great price targets, as we have already mentioned right here, we're looking at 4.5 cents.
Not really, let's start here.
So going back to our gate.io price set here on the Jasmi price set, we were actually looking for a big test to show up. Here for this falling wedge that we have, which is for great price targets, as we have already mentioned right here, we're looking at 4.5 cents,
which is like very close right now.
We are looking at something like 9 to 11 cents there. Wow. The best case scenario here for the Jasmi price set. We obviously don't know when it's going to happen, but
yeah, so right here when we're talking about this, the price was actually like very down right there. Like to think of a 10x on Jasmi was kind of like a very crazy thought, but I'm really glad that we believed in that, and we see where we are right now with the Jasmi price. So I'm gonna be showing you exactly what I think the Jasmi price is gonna do from here. Because I think they are very important things that we should be focusing on the chart right there. Obviously the price is interesting and all that great stuff, but we need to know the kind of trajectory that we are following with the Jasmi price. That I've said in the last few updates time and time again that I have no doubt that Jasmi is headed for something like 53 cents for this bull cycle. I really don't doubt that, and I also think that aside from the 53 cents that I'm talking about, I think we can actually go as high as something like $1.20. Now, yeah, these price targets are great. Nobody believes them right at this point, right? Maybe people are starting to believe right now, but I don't know, let people believe what they want to believe. But here, my point is that, yeah, in as much as we have those great price targets short term, now for Jasmi, the truth of the matter is that we are now headed for some kind of a resistance level, right? So what you see down below here is the Velo price set, and then we've got the Jasmi price set on top right there. I mean, you don't need anybody to come and tell you that these charts are the same, right? Usually what causes this is that the market maker is actually using the same kind of a strategy right there, right? So that's why you are seeing the chart is doing like this, or maybe people are just behaving the same way they believed, or maybe in something like that before. I'm sure most of you probably don't even know what Velo is, but because we are all people, our psychology really doesn't change. That's why our behavior is just being shown like this on the price set. So now, where exactly would Jasmi be? Here, look at this Velo price set here. This is where I'm anticipating Jasmi to have been, and what eventually happened right there was a very, very violent backtest of this top of the range right here. I really don't know for sure if Jasmi is gonna pull back all the way down to something like let's say 2.8 cents or something like that. Really have no evidence for that, but what I know is that right at this point, one way or the other, Jasmi is headed for a resistance, right? And the question obviously is, what kind of a decision are you going to be making here with Jasmi? Because look, this is a resistance right around something like 4.7 cents. We've had the price target of something like 4.5 cents for a very long time. So for me personally, I'm just going to be taking profits because that was the plan initially, right? But then again, maybe somebody wants to buy Jasmi right at this point. I'm not saying don't buy Jasmi or something like that. What I'm trying to say is that ideally, from a chart perspective, Jasmi is looking like it's headed for a resistance level. Now, the complicated thing with this thing is that, like just as we have seen in crypto, right? A resistance and support levels is just not only one straight line on a chart, right? There are ranges actually. So I mentioned something like 4.7 cents, but then again, that also stretches all the way to something like 6.5 cents. Can you imagine? So you could actually go 40%, 50% higher and still be in a resistance zone, and that is the tough part right there. I really cannot explain to anybody who doesn't understand charts how that is going to work, but the problem is our ranges in crypto are really huge. Our support levels, they'll be like 20-30% down and stuff like that. So yeah, in the coming few days and months, maybe months, not months, but weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks or something like that, I'll actually be expecting Jasmy to stop a little bit, right? Like, you know, stop a little bit. Not because I want the Jasmy price to stop, but I know that the market has always been like that. So yes, the trajectory is pointing that we are looking at something like 53 cents. But short term wise, we've got this block of resistance, right? As I say, right, that the price can actually go 50% higher and still be in danger of a huge rejection right there, right? Now the question or the decision lies with you whether you are ready for something like that and still buy Jasmy and then hold it for long term, or maybe if you are somebody who likes trading like short term like me, you know, not on my main bag obviously, but I'm doing trade like for short term gains and stuff like that. You know, these are the kind of decisions that we are faced with. But on the grander perspective, I still believe in that 53 cents as well as something like $1.20, right? I'm just going to show you where the $1.20 is coming from. But sorry for interrupting. I want to invite you to my Patreon where we are taking like short-term trades. We are really doing well. We took this one. I mean, we are also doing some exclusive content for only Patreon members. We are doing early access and stuff like that. But that's not the only thing that we are doing. I'm literally helping my community with whatever they want, which is crypto related, right? Maybe you want to set up your wallet or stuff like that. We are doing one-on-one, you know, guidance. I mean, I've just seen that a lot of people are new in this market and really they don't understand what is going on. So I'm going to be helping with that. And if you join the other tier, you can actually have, you know, a live call. We can trade one-on-one. We can do all sorts of great things. Look at this massive trade that we took here was a success. This one was also a success. This one here, the blender, not so much of a success. We failed with this one. That's okay. This one was a success here. This one, Myro, here was a fantastic one. It was too good, right? So if you are looking for these trade alerts and you're looking for one-on-one mentorships right there, I've got you covered, right? And I'm gonna be there for you to the best that I can. I mean, people in the Patreon already know that I love doing this, right? So this is Illuvium. This one is actually sitting in profits, like what 38% or something like that, but it's just been slow, right? So I was even saying to my patrons yesterday, maybe you could be cutting it if you will, right? So yeah, let me just quickly show you where the other things were coming from. We're talking about $1.20, right? So it would be nice if I just show you where that is coming from, right? So we were looking at what Coin Trader Pro, right? And then quickly looking at the Jasmy setup that we have right there. Let's also go ahead and show you where we are coming from. So we were comparing that one to the Cardano price set. So that was ADA, right? And then here we got Jasmy. So I mean, just take a look at this very devastating price set, obviously. But once you start zooming in here, you get to see that we've got a hidden gem in here, and I'm really glad we caught this one, right? When nobody was talking about Jasmy, right? They were only maybe what 19 or 16,000 Jasmy holders, whatever the case may be. But we're looking at this setup here. Take a look at this sharp waves, right? You've got this rally prior to this whole thing just go flattening out, and then look, we're starting to recuperate ourselves, and we are headed for that $1.20, right? But obviously we have to pass by 53 cents, right? But now compare that structure to what you are seeing here with Cardano. I'm like, what is happening in this market, man? The market makers are using the same thing and same algorithms, and what maybe people are just behaving the same, right? So this is the Cardano setup where you are seeing those sharp waves, right? You've got this body prior to this whole thing flattening out, and look at what happens eventually when it starts moving, right? So basically our strategy and our school of thought has just been the only way, the only standard way of us trying to predict this is that if we just go ahead and grab our Fibonacci retracement choose, where the hell is that, right? So I'm gonna have to look for that. I don't know why this thing actually wasn't set up, but you know what, let's quickly look for that. So from the okay, I don't think I'll be able to find it, but let me see if I can find it. It's not here too. Where is it actually? Yeah, maybe it's here. Yeah, Fibonacci retracement 2 from the very top of this right there to the bottom. We are seeing that, you know what, if we would just do what Cardano did, which was a 2.618 Fibonacci extension level, Jasmy goes all the way up to what was that, 84 cents. And then if it does what Ethereum did, 3.18, which actually Ethereum had the same setup, right, too. So that will be you know, $1.20, right? But just to put like some more like to put the cherry on top of the cake, I don't know if that's what they say. Here we're also seeing that the 1.618, which is the Fibonacci golden ratio, for this whole structure here is also coming right around 53 cents, and that's massive confluence, right? So obviously remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.